Hello, this is Broyar, and welcome back to another episode of our Let's Play for Football Manager 2021 as we continue our Journeyman and Glory Hunter series with Marseille in Ligue 1 in France. And this is going to be our last season in France for a bit, but we've got to come back. Let's get into the episode. All right, so there's a lot to go over here. We got transfers to go over. We've got schedule to go over. We got the discussion I just mentioned about us having to come back to France to go over, which you might already see on the screen right now. Yeah, we'll just start with this. So we've had a pretty good run of form, except for one game. One game, a very important game. We beat AS Saint Etienne. Actually, we had a Cleticar testimonial, which... spoiler alert, Cleticar left. So we'll get back to that. We had a 1-0 French Cup 9th round win against AS Saint Etienne here with a goal from Stevonnovich. Who is Stevonnovich? I don't know if I remember if I went over him yet or not. He's another player we picked up in the transfer window. We then went up against OGC Nice and had... we had 3 goals from our side, Alan Velade and Espolita, all scoring goals, with Joachim and Paulino on the other side scoring some goals. And then here's the game. No explanation at all for this game, at all. Like, just, we beat this team 3-0 earlier, like just barely a month ago. We beat this team 3-0. Just really a hat trick from Hasnut beating this team. And then we go into their field, get Stevonnovich sent off, still ended up making it, even with 10 players. Well, obviously we were able to at least make it to the end and go into penalties. And we lost on penalties. I thought we were going to lose straight up until we got a fairly late Hasnut goal. We lost on penalties in the French Cup, which means we have to come back to France at some point. Pretty sure we're not staying at OM this season because that's really starting to flirt with disaster of ever finishing any of the other countries. But we could be stuck in France for 10 years and never get to the other countries. I'd rather go to the other countries and then try to win those quickly and then come back and just know that we know exactly how much time we have left to win France. So we have to come back because of this. No explanation other than, of course, the sent off. I mean, obviously, getting somebody sent off is going to make the game harder, but we still scored after that. So we should have beat them straight up. Bertelli here, huge miss for Bertelli. He is one of our best penalty takers. We're going to look at set piece takers and go look at. I want to look at penalties. Sorry, wrong screen. If we go look at penalties, just straight up penalties, he's one of our best. I mean, none of our guys have great penalty shooting, but he's got decent completion and decent, finishing for everybody else. Our best one is Hasnut by far. I mean, that finishing of 17 is insane. I would say Alan is probably our second best, but Bertelli is probably flirting. Actually, Stevonnovich is probably our third best. I just realized. In fact, I'm going to move him over here. But Bertelli is definitely one of our top 4. So if we're going to do penalty shootout, he's going to be one of those top 5 that goes to the penalty shootout, most likely. Moises here, who also missed his, not the worst penalty shooter that we have either. So really unexplainable, unfortunately. It's very painful to see, but as you can see, we did lose the cup and penalties, so we have to come back. And then after that unexplainable loss in penalty shootout, we then went up against... Oh, by the way, Angers, SCO, is 17th in the league. Again, no excuse, no reason. We then went up against Montpellier, however you want to say that. 7-0. 7-0. We had 2 people score hat tricks in this game. Moises scored a hat trick. Velade scored a hat trick. Oh, and Bertelli, guess he didn't want to feel left out. Actually, wait a minute. Velade, where's Velade? Okay, he wasn't in this shootout. I was going to say, if all of our guys that missed in the penalty shootout came back and scored goals in here, that would have been just ridiculous. But Moises, who did miss his penalty shot, got a hat trick, and Bertelli picking up a shot as well after missing his penalty. Velade on a 10.0, Moises on a 9.4. Outstanding play all around. I mean, that's the kind of game, that's kind of bounce back you want after losing something like that, but it's still so unexplainable. You're seeing some names that you probably haven't seen before. So let's go jump over to transfers for a second and see what we've done with the history of transfers. I've got it just set on cash clauses right now. So the last game you guys saw was December 13th. So anything past December 13th. So we got rid of Bob. We got 30 million for Bob, which is not too bad for a guy that's valued at 38 million. You might be asking, why did I get rid of Bob? Well, I had my eyes set on some other guys that I thought were going to be a little bit better. Plus, we've been really playing this 4-4-1-1, which means we play more of the midfielder. And yes, it does say he's a 3-star player here, but he just hasn't really been... It's just not where he's comfortable at. He's more comfortable on the attacking side. And so I felt like getting a true midfielder versus an attacking midfielder was the right move. Bit of a risk here getting rid of Bob. We paid 28 mil for him, sold him for 30. So we still actually gained a little bit of money for him, I guess, if you want to look at it that way. But the fact that he had a broken leg the entire season and we've gotten this far told me that we didn't need Bob. I would like Bob. We didn't need Bob. So since we've gotten used to a life without him, I decided to bring somebody else in, and you'll see that here in just a moment. Kenny Bowens, we really hadn't been playing him hardly at all. So he went out, valued at 7 mil. We sold him for 5.25, so a little bit under what we could have gotten for him maybe. But at least we got something for him. We really hadn't really played him much this season, so it seemed like a good move to move him on, get something and get somebody else in that we can do something with. Markovic left. Now, obviously, we like Markovic. Markovic is great, but he'd kind of gotten down to our third-ranked defender on the right-hand side. So if he's our third-ranked defender, let's get something for him, right? He's valued at 17.5. We got 15 mil, so it's not a bad turnover there. He'd only played a couple games enough, so 3 games so far this season, a couple cup games, once in the championship. So really not playing a lot for us this season. So it felt like a good move to go ahead and move him on since we already had coverage on that right-hand side and get some money for him. Kletikar, like I said, went out. Another guy who really has not been featuring for us that much. He has played 5 games, so it's a little bit more, but really overall, we just don't need him. We've had other players that have been filling in the spot. Now, if we get into some injury trouble, we might miss these guys, but we are trying to replace some of these guys with just better players for us. And then Pobega. This is probably, of all of these, the most controversial to me. Like the one I was like, I don't know if this is a good idea, but we're going to try it. We sold on Pobega. He's valued at 40 mil. He's a great player. Do not get me wrong. An absolutely excellent player. And we've been playing him, for sure. He's on a 7.07, playing very, very well. But we've been playing him less. We've played how many games so far this season? 21 here. So he's played half the games. So we have been featuring him less with the players that we have right now. And so for me, that felt like, why have a $30 million player, $31 million player sitting on your bench? Maybe that's just an argument that we should have been playing him more. But I decided to sell him on to see if we can get some other players, one of which... was a goalkeeper. This is a goalkeeper. We're going to come back to him in a second. But so 31 mil can go all the way up to 38.5 for a player that's 40 mil, fairly close to his value. So not too bad overall. We do have, by the way, $29.6 million still in the budget. We have quite a bit of cap room in the wage budget. So we can definitely bring on one really solid player. And I'm looking at some. I've got some, and we'll look at those here in a second. In fact, you can see them right there. We'll come back to that. All right. On the incoming side of things, we brought in this guy, Francisco Castro came in. He is another wonder kid, so not bad there. He comes in on that right-hand side. He's taken the place of Bob. We sold off Bob for 30 mil, brought in Castro for 3.2, going up to 4 mil. Gave extra room. By selling Bob, we were able to get Castro and have some extra money for other players as well. So I felt like Castro is a direct replacement for Bob. He's going to play this side a little bit more comfortably in a lot of ways. And not played very well in his very first match. But if you look at this over here, I mean, in Chile, 7.89, 7.93, he obviously can play. Now, granted, I don't know what the level of Chile is compared to where we're at. What is this? That's the competition reputation, but that's not the overall world. I mean, they're third in South America. We do know South America has some pretty good players. And he's a wonder kid, so he's going to continue to develop. We'll see what he can do. I mean, he's got so much potential ahead of him. I thought he was a bargain to come in on 3.2 mil, going up to 4 million. We then brought in Stevonnovich here. You already saw him score at least once. He also got sent off once, if I remember right. He's the one. He comes in as another player that kind of fills that Bob role to some degree, but also can just play all over the place. He can play striker, he can play left, attacking midfield and midfield. He can play everywhere. He comes in because of his flexibility more than anything else. He's valued at 49 mil, and we played 35 going up to 40 mil. So we got him at a little bit of a discount, I feel like, if you could do it based off his value. And his flexibility is really where he's going to give us the most value. If we get an injury somewhere, he can fill on any of those spots quite nicely. We then have Kelso Jung here. He comes in on 9.75 going up to 16.25 mil. He is another guy that is got a lot of space to develop. He's currently 2.5 star. Could go all the way up to 4 star though. Plenty of space to develop. He can also play that attacking midfielder on the right if we need somebody to play there, since we got rid of Bob. He can play midfielder on the right, barely. I think we're actually trying to train him a little bit on the midfielder on the right now, see if we can develop into that. And he can fill in as striker. He really just comes in as a decent backup that can develop into something really good over time, although we may not be here to see it. But I thought that was a pretty decent bargain for him as well. And then come to, I'm going to call him And Love You. In fact, we're going to do this. We're really just going to add, and we'll see how much we actually do love this guy. And Love You. All right, so And Love You. Oh, did not change? Oh, no, I did. I just didn't change here. And Love You here comes in as our new goalkeeper. 28.5 mil, valued at 24 mil. So we paid a little bit over for him, but there were really just no goalkeepers on the market for us to pick up. He is also a wonder kid. I'm not just intentionally going out and getting wonder kids, by the way, but a lot of times these wonder kids are the ones that I can afford. Plus, we think that they can develop and things like that. 3-star current ability, could go as high as a 5-star player. He's already had 7 caps for Scotland, 22 under 21 caps. So he's gotten some experience out there. And like I said, he comes in as a 3-star current. He does come in as our, not that one, I want that, I want the coach report. He comes in as our best goalkeeper, as you would imagine. So Anthony is relegated down to our backup goalkeeper at this point because And Love You, we definitely want to develop him, continue to play him, and I think he's going to be a good, strong fit for us. Again, not too much overpaid. I think it was well worth it in that regard, especially considering how much of a bargain we got some of these other guys on. We still had some money left over. What are we going to do with that money? So if we go back to the transfer center, you can see I've got bids out for 3 different players. We can't afford all 3 of them. We're just trying to get one of them to say yes. The one I want the most is Gondra up here. Alvaro Gondra, 23 years old from Hoffenheim. He can play, and the reason I want him is because he's the most flexible of these. He can play central defender, he can play defensive midfielder, and he can play just straight up midfielder. He's a pretty good all-around player, strong in all the ways that we want him to be. He'd be able to probably start for us, at least in these 2 spots, and be a really, really strong backup for central defender role if we need him to. Decent stats, fairly professional. He's got some good things that we want. Great heading. His jumping reach, though. Where's his jumping reach? Oh, over here. Okay, jumping reach. Not our best jumping reach, but heading's really good. But yeah, so he comes in as that potential just to kind of fill in one of these spots. We wanted somebody else to replace Pobega effectively is what he's here to do. And I think he would be a better overall fit for us if we can get them to agree to the transfer. We also have Kraus here, who is another one. He might be our second best option here. Pretty good midfielder or defensive midfielder, either one. Pretty decent overall stats. A little bit older, 27 years old, fairly determined. We'll see what he can do for us. He's played pretty well so far in Italy, 7.22 average rating so far this season. And then we brought Parrott in here. He comes in as a guy that I would like to try and play him as a midfielder more than attacking midfielder. So he might play that a little bit more often, but he's obviously a very strong attacking midfielder. Obviously, a lot of really good stats, good dribbling, good first touch, passing, technique, agility, balance. I mean, he's got a lot of really good stats for a 19-year-old wonder kid who probably is just going to continue to get better. In fact, he can go all the way up to 5-star as well. So we're trying to get him in here. I don't know if any of these will happen. We've got the offers made. So far, none of them have been approved yet or they've said yes to yet. So I'll let you guys know, but we're running out of time on the transfer side of things. We got a couple days left until the normal transfer window closes, and then we've got the restricted transfer window, which I think means we can only transfer within France. So I'll let you guys know. Not super hopeful at the moment, unfortunately. I would hate to just sit on 29 million euros for like when we do need some players. But overall, here's how our squad depth matches up. Obviously, Hasnut is our main striker. Moises comes in as our best attacking midfielder now. He also happens to be our best midfielder, actually, as well. So we kind of can interchange him with Allen, probably play Allen here, play Moises back here, however we decide to do it. Actually, probably we would play Allen here, and we play Moises back here. Castro, that new guy, Castro comes in over here on the right-hand side. Vlade still playing on the left. Stevonnovich, again, can play all over the place. He's a good backup option for any of these spots. Defense, we have 3 guys that can play on the left. Oh, sorry, 4 guys can play on the left, 4 in the middle, and then 3 guys on the right-hand side. So for that reason, because we have 4 guys that are all basically 3-star, they are all currently 3-star ability on this left-hand side, we don't need that many people on the left-hand side, especially. What we are also doing is for this one, and this is crazy. This is crazy. For this one, the Gandra one, not only we're going to pay them 28.5, going up to $38.5 million for this guy, we're also going to give them Biscagli, which is dumb. There's no way this is insane. Absolute insanity. But he would be a direct, easy replacement in that central defender role for Biscagli for sure, because Biscagli can play central defender, and that flexibility he gives us. So probably a really dumb thing for us to do, but because we have other guys that play in that Biscagli role, Biscagli has become a backup for us at this point. Trying to get some value for him is what I'm trying to do. He's the only one I've got that tagged on here. Everybody, these other 2 guys are just the money. So, all right, we're 16 minutes into this video. There's a lot of transfer stuff to go over, so I apologize for that. But let's get into the team today. Today we'll be playing AS Monaco, which obviously is a very critical game for us. If we go look at the competitions, they are currently tied on us with points, with a 3-point goal differential above us. If we win this game, we go on top of the league. This is a very, very important game for us. So here's the team we're bringing. We got Hughes on the left, Perez and Wood in the middle, Federico on the right-hand side, obviously, and love you playing our goalkeeping role. We will again see how much we actually do love this guy. Vlade on the left, Espolita and Moises in the middle, Castro coming in on that right-hand side. Already you're seeing Castro in here and love you. And of course, Stevonnovich is on the bench. So we're already seeing several of our players that we just picked up. There's Jung right there in our either our starting or our bench lineup for this first game. Allen and Hasnu obviously playing their normal positions up front. Castro is a little bit hurt right now. He can only play 75 minutes, so we'll have probably Jung, who's also actually hurt. I just realized. Ooh, we need to bring somebody else in there for that spot. And why do we have 2 goalkeepers on our bench? Let's bring Combo in here for you. And then we definitely don't need 2 goalkeepers. So we have anybody else that can come in for that second goalkeeper role? Apparently we do not. I mean, I would much rather have like a guy like this Hibbert dude over Dannenberg. We don't need 2 goalkeepers on our bench. All right, we'll go with that and see what we can do here against AS Monaco. This is a super critical game for us. This game could very well decide the season for us. All right, guys, come on. We played so well in that last game. Let's follow that up with an amazing game today. Go out, put on a good display. Win, 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 draw, draw. I mean, they're on good form, although their last couple of games being draws, means they're on a little bit of a dip. Win, 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 draw, win. So we're only on one step better form with a win over that second draw that they have. Oh, this is such a critical game. This has been such a good season. I cannot believe we lost in the cup. Cannot believe we lost in the cup. All right, I'm going to pause for just a second because I was just thinking. If we come close and don't win the league this year, there's a decent chance that I risk it and play one more year with all these good players that we brought in, because I think we are a team that can win the league and can win the cup. So if we still need to win both, we might stick it out for one more year. We'll see. It's really a tough decision to make that decision. But if we win the league, I think we just have to come back for the cup later. Oh, by the way, I did not mention this. Valencia. It was Valencia, right? Pretty sure, yeah. Valencia came in for an offer for me. They wanted to offer me a job. They're currently pretty low on the list. But in the world of Spanish football, in fact, just because I'm thinking about it, I don't want to forget about it. How do we get out of here? Home. I know I'm getting in I'm sorry. I'm so many things to talk about. So much stuff happened. In the world of Spanish football, if we go to, what am I looking for? Let's just look for Valencia, right? Valencia. They're currently sitting at, actually they're in fourth right now, which is impressive. but they are a team. If we go look at the Spanish First Division and go look at stats, team detailed is what I'm looking for. And we go look at salary, just overall salary. Valencia is down here at 87 million. And no, it wasn't Valencia. It was Sevilla. It was Sevilla. I'm sorry. It was not Valencia. It was Sevilla. They came in for a job offer for me, and they are currently 19th in the league. So they came in. They have a lot of work ahead of them. But the problem with them is that right now we're in Marseille, who's about this amount of salary, and then you have Paris, PSG up above them at, the 200 plus million range. The problem with the Spanish leagues is that there are 3 teams up here: Atletico Madrid, Real Madrid, and Barcelona. So could you win it with Sevilla at 68 million in salary? Yeah, obviously we could win it with Marseille, but it's going to be 3 times harder. I mean, maybe not officially. Maybe that math doesn't work out that way, but it's going to feel like 3 times harder because we got 3 teams that are making bukus of money. Truth be told, I think we have to at least be at one of these 80 something million or higher, and ideally one of these top 3 teams to try and go win the Spanish stuff. So just want to make sure I threw that out there just before I forgot. Sorry, a lot of information. A lot of stuff happened over the Christmas holiday break, guys. So let's get back into this game, and hopefully that distraction in the game did not disrupt my team. Man, such a busy winter break. All right, got a corner kick here. Castro gets it across. Moises is there. Does get his head on it a little bit, I think. Vladi's able to pick up this one, though. He comes up inside. I don't know what that was. Definitely did not even go close to the goal. I mean, it hit the side of the goal, but didn't go close to the front of the goal. All right, got a throw in here for ASM. So it's an away game for us, so we are having to be careful here. Hasnut comes back for the ball. Gets it back to Allen. Over to Espelita. Back to Use. Use gets it... it gets to Espelita off of Allen. Castro's on the right-hand side. He's not... Oh, he is able to come up with that one. Good recovery there from Castro. He's going to be able to get it inside to Hasnut. He's going to get it across. Actually, Vladi is there. Oh, close. Goalkeeper kind of flubbed it a little bit, but thankfully, for them, it had a favorable bounce. We're going to get another corner kick here from Moises on this left-hand side. Hasnut is there with a goal. Hasnut. By the way, I spent some time working on my corner kicks for routines. I hadn't really messed with them that much. I went ahead and really just sat down to kind of get it figured out, get the people where I want it to be. And so putting Moises out there, who's a really good corner kick taker, seems to have worked, obviously. Got a throw in here from Perez. Gets it inside. Nobody's able to get on that one, but Perez is able to come back up with it. He's going to get it back over to Moises, back to Perez, back to Moises, back to Perez. Over to Federico. Moises. Wood now with the ball. Lots of good short passes. Trying to find an opening here. Moises with the ball again. Gets it over Espelita. Use gets it up to Vladi. Vladi's going to have a chance here. He's got a really good chance. Just was not able to get that one finished the way we really need him to. Overall, good effort, but not great. Castro with a corner kick here. Oh, if we had a decent person there, our best player on that right-hand side corner kick, our best person to get that ball, the one with the best jumping reach and finishing, all that stuff, is on that far post, and that's where we were aiming that corner kick. So we did get it close to him. He just wasn't able to quite get on that one. Moises with the ball, back to Perez, back to Moises. Still, we're going to get a takeaway here. It's going to be a counter attack here from ASM. They do have a guy in the middle here. We got to be careful here, guys. Come on. Kirilov gets really deep here. Oh, no. Come on. Oh. We're doing great. But no, you know what, guys? How many times have we seen these teams? You know what, guys? We're doing great. Let's just give away the penalty. Who wants to win? Let's do draws. Penalties are good, right? Gotta be kidding me, guys. Like, where's the don't get penalties instruction? Ugh. It's not entirely your fault, and love you. Penalty shots are just hard to defend anyway, so not your fault. You would have been a hero if you'd saved that one. I wouldn't say you're a villain for not. Gotta be kidding me, giving them a penalty. Oh my goodness. So this game ends on a draw because of that stupid penalty. I'm not happy. Giving away a penalty is not what we want to see. Already getting a highlight just off the kickoff here. Perez gets it up to Use. Espolita gets it over to Velati on the left-hand side. Velati's going to get it back to Use. Over to Moises. Moises back to Perez. We're really trying to take our time here. Finding a good opening. Gets it up to nobody. I don't know what that was. Like, I really have no idea what that was. Highlight continues, which means this is very likely going to be a highlight for ASM. Nope, Use does get his head on that one. There we go. Velati back with the ball. Cutting across the middle here. Runs into the ref. Over to Castro on the right-hand side. Castro's going to push it over to Allen. Yes! Allen! 6th goal of the season for Allen. Doing good stuff for us. Thank you. Thank you, Allen. And we're back up 2-1. I'd like to win this game by 2 goals. Because that would flip the goal differential where we would be on top of the goal differential. Right now, we will be ahead on points, but they'll still have the goal differential for the moment. Although I guess the goal differential doesn't matter too much if we stay ahead on points, but it is something I would like to do. I'm actually going to go ahead and change it to go a little bit wider. Try to shake them up a little bit. Just try to throw something different at them. It's not a huge change. It's a subtle change, but it's trying to spread them out a little bit more. See if we can get some of our guys in the middle a little bit more space. Castro with the ball now. Gets it tackled away from him. Looks like Hazard is going to be able to make it to this one, though. Run up this right-hand side, out of position. So we don't have a striker in the middle right now. We should have Allen over there. It is going to be is that a goal kick, really? It must have bounced off back off of Hasnut after he tackled it. All right, throw in here from Federico into Allen. We're getting a lot of highlights. Allen kicks it deep up. Velati is there. Is he going to be able to finally score a goal? He is not. Man, he has had a rough day of it. Lots of chances, just no goals. Corner kick here coming from Castro on this right-hand side. This one's going to go far post. Nobody's there, unfortunately. And that is the end of that highlight. We got a free kick here coming in from ASM. Come on, guys. Oh, man. What? That was scary. All right, we're going to go ahead and try and swap somebody up here, maybe. I mean, everybody's playing okay. Honestly, if I was going to swap anybody, Velati, just because he's just been missing a lot, and he's not the most. We're going to bring Stevonnovich in. See what Stevonnovich can do. Obviously, new guy. Oh, you know what? At 75 minutes, I got to make sure I bring out... I forget. Who's on the 75-minute? Was it Castro? It's Castro, isn't it? So probably here at the 70-minute mark, we actually... probably need to swap out Castro just to make sure he stays healthy. We're bringing Spangenberg on. So obviously Spangenberg is nowhere near the player he is, but he's played well for us this season. So I think this is still a safe swap for us, especially because, again, we don't want Castro to get hurt because he's coming back from an injury right now. All right, 80-minute mark. Last substitute of the game. Espolita. Potentially. We'll bring Bertelli on for Espolita. As long as this doesn't go to penalty shots, which it won't. Obviously, it's a league game, but Bertelli's a fine player to bring in. Come on, guys, defend this. We only got a few minutes left to hold on to this. Oh, Moises is pretty tired. Maybe we should have held on to see who got tired first and sub Moises out instead, but that's okay. We'll be all right. Come on, guys. Don't do this. Not like this. No, not like this, guys. Oh, thank you and love you. Oh, and love you. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Oh, okay. No, I thought that was going to be a free kick or something. It's a goal kick. And Love You gets it over to Wood. Okay, this flirting with this striker here. Stop it. Stop it. I do not like that at all. That was getting a little nerve-wracking. And it's still going to be a highlight for a... Oh, no. Stop it. Get in front of him. Don't. Not the penalty. Not the penalty. Thank you and love you. Clear that one out. Good. Save and love you. We love you. Oh, my goodness. Still a highlight. A minute left. Come on. No. Clear that. Get out of there. Okay. It is a throw-in for them still? Really? I thought it went off of them. How is it still a highlight? That means something bad's going to happen here. Oh, get on with Predators. Yeah. Hazard's there. No, no. Get on it. No. Stop the highlight. I can't handle it. I can't handle it. No, I can't handle it. Stop it. Stop it. No, you've got to be kidding me. Ah. Oh, so close to offsides. Actually, I thought he was offsides. He was close. Oh, my goodness. Why are you giving me a late highlight? This is teasing me for no reason. I bet we're about to get the whistle, so there's no reason for this highlight. It's just literally a tease for no reason whatsoever. Stop it. I guess that's why. So we can see that miss from Hasnut. Oh my goodness. So disappointing, guys. I mean, we were very evenly matched against them, to be fair. XG was pretty close. They get a little bit of a bump in XG because of the penalty shot, I think, if I remember right. So that XG might be slightly misleading. So pretty close. 10 shots, 5 shots on target, 6 on target. Possession 48-52, pretty close. I mean, really, really evenly matched teams here. Oh my goodness. No, I'm not. Well, okay, I am kind of. I mean, a draw in a away game, usually okay. You know, I am disappointed. I am disappointed that we didn't get the. I mean, that's the truth. That's the truth of the matter. Cannot believe. So now we still have to wait for. Well, we sort of have to wait for AS Monaco to go to slip up, but the other option is that we just have to get better goal differential. We've got to score more goals than they do because we can't count on them slipping up. Oh, what a heartbreaker. What a heartbreaker. We'll send the assistant. I don't talk to the press when we get a draw. It's too boring and too sad. Let's go. Who's coming up next? This episode's getting a bit long. Well, you know what? Because this episode's long and because I went through all that transfer stuff, we're actually going to go ahead and just call it an episode there. The Toulouse game here, 17th ranked team. I mean, unless we just fall to them because it's a trap game, then it should not be that big of a deal. So we'll come back here in February, probably for the OL game and the FC Nantes game, most likely. Although the Lazio game, we'll probably do the second leg. We'll probably show that one. So we'll do the OL, Nantes, and then we'll plan on showing the Lazio second leg so you guys can see the result of our Champions Cup first knockout round, second leg there. So yeah, we'll be back in a couple games. But I do appreciate you guys watching. May God bless you, and I hope you join me again next time. Thank you, and goodbye.